Welcome back, Cindy Dole here. You're listening to Home Wizards, where every Saturday from 2 to 4, we love talking about the things that just make you feel good inside, and that's really dealing with that most important space, I think, in your world, and that's your home. And so I'm so glad you're with me this holiday season as we count down what can be very stressful, but hopefully it's fun for you down to Christmas time. So beyond the Christmas tree, whether it's decorated or you don't even have one yet, that's okay. I'm still getting it together, too. But the house lights, the gift giving, all those things, I mean, maybe it's just a fragrance. I mean, there's something about what happens every year this holiday time that is a tradition, right? And it just becomes part of our DNA, and it makes it so meaningful. And it's something that we have really throughout time, no matter what holiday or season it is. But what are your traditions anyway? And how do you bring them to your life and to your home, and then maybe to the holiday occasion, right? And how do you create new ones with those that you love? Well, it is an art, and it is a way of life for Rosanna Bowles, who so gracefully and so easily and effortlessly makes it all a place that you can call your own and just celebrate those traditions. So it's so great to have you, Rosanna. I loved seeing you in the recent Better Homes and Gardens.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
And your new book is out, Coming Home, a seasonal guide to creating family traditions. And you really have such beautiful images and really some inspiration that hopefully you'll share with us here today.
I'll be happy to.
Yeah. So tell me how you got into just wanting to recognize that, yes, we have traditions, and isn't it important that we just spend some time and focus and bring those into our world?
Well, I just felt like I was seeing, I am a designer. I'm a dinnerware designer, and I've been in the business for 30 years, and so home is everything to me. And I was seeing, this real wanting and need, in our country for people to have more fulfilling lives. It's not just about the things anymore. It's about the experiences, and it's about the connections between people. Mm-hmm. And so what I was seeing is people needed a guide to, how do we do that? How do we get back to connecting? How do we get back to, making our own traditions or repeating traditions we grew up with, or making them modern so they fit into our daily lives? Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we want to completely change it up, not only to be more modern and hip or whatever fits our life, but maybe the traditions just kind of make us feel like, it was that tradition,
Well, yeah, but I think there's something comforting in that. There's something comforting in something that was repeated, something, like you talked earlier about your DNA or our DNA.
Yeah.
It's something that is almost instinctual, that's part of us as human beings. We like the repetition. We like to have some sort of link to our history, to our past. It doesn't even have to be to your family. It can just be a seasonal link. You're talking about being in tune with the seasons. And so you celebrate the seasons, in accordance to what's happening in nature. So let's say, it's dark and it's, it gets dark early in the winter and we crave light. So what would a tradition mean besides Christmas? Oh, you come in, you light candles in your house, you create a warm and snuggly and, comforting thing because you're bringing light into your home, because there is no light because the sun goes down early. So those kind of things, you're following the rhythms of nature and you're bringing that into your life. And so I think that's one of the reasons during the holidays why light and sparkly things are so important to us. Mm-hmm. Candles, sparkly, glittery things, lights outside on the Christmas tree. All of those things we crave. Mm-hmm. But we crave more than anything is connecting with people. And I'm talking about meaningful connection. Sitting down at the table.
You mean beyond Twitter?
Beyond Twitter. Sitting down at the table and, breaking bread together.
Yeah.
Having dinner together. Having a neighbor over for a cup of tea, looking someone in the eye, actually having a conversation with your neighbor.
Slowing down, basically. Yeah, being human.
Yeah, being human. I mean, we have gotten in such our world is so fast-paced. It's so crazy. And I think in the last 2 years, we've really been reevaluating what is important in life. And really what is important in life are not the things around us, but the people around us and the relationships around us. Mm-hmm. That is what makes us happy. And the experiences that we have. Those are what stay with us, not what we buy.
Yeah. And isn't it interesting with the internet and with all the conveniences that it seems to bring? I mean, it really does. I mean, where would we be without texting and having our iPhone and so forth? But it seems that we still don't have more time. It almost seems like we have less.
We have less time because we have all the technology around us is keeping us busy, you know. So we have these phones now that are like mini computers, you know. It's like I can never get away from work. But that you just have to unplug. You really need to unplug, and you need to like gather. And I gather together and just kind of do some old-fashioned things, you know. Call up people at the spur of the moment and invite them over for dinner. You know, I have this in the book. We talk about some go-to recipes that you can have that are just easy, that you can maybe freeze, like a great pasta sauce, you know, and that you make ahead of time. You just, you know, buy some pasta, you know, heat up the sauce, make a great salad, have some wonderful wine, and you have an instant dinner party.
Okay, well, hold that thought. Sorry to interrupt. We're going to come right back. We have another big break and a segment to talk about the table art that's such a huge part of the tradition making that you love and believe in, and we're going to hopefully learn from you more on that and how to make the table look beautiful, whether it's casual or formal. And, you know, so many of us have gotten away from eating at the table, eating in front of the TV, how to bring that back. You're listening to Home Wizards. This is Cindy Dole here on KFWB, News Talk 980.
The party's on.
Oh, yeah, the parties are coming if they haven't already, right? Cindy Dole here, Home Wizards, as we're trying to de-stress and keep the magic going for your holiday season. I can't believe Christmas is a week from today. But, you know, things are coming, and there's an opportunity to really enjoy the moment with traditions, right? What would we be without traditions? And that's what Rosanna Bowles believes in, and she is a dinnerware designer and just a very cool person with all kinds of great ways to really make your home and your life just filled with meaningful, special things. So thanks for being here, Rosanna.
It's lovely to be here.
You got it. So for those of us who were raised with certain kinds of traditions that we want to bring into our current world, right? And we aren't sure how to begin. Where does one start that journey? Do you just kind of look around your house? You take a look at old pictures? How do you bring those memories and traditions back?
I think that's a great place to start, looking around your house, looking at old pictures, talking about memories from the past, things that make you smile, that make you happy. Repeating things. It's as simple as repeating things that you did maybe as a child, but maybe putting your own twist on it. For example, every year having your own Christmas mugs, you know, that you bring out, and let's say when you decorate the Christmas tree, you have your favorite beverage, put on some great Christmas jazz or whatever music you love, and use those same mugs every year. And they will become part of your Christmas memory and your children's and your families and your friends, whatever that configuration is. And they become ingrained into your tradition. Mm-hmm. It's so easy. It's just repetition. And the other thing that's really great is traditions don't cost any money. Traditions only cost time. And all it is an investment of time. So even if you're in a budgetary, you know, situation where you have to be careful, all you have to do is invest your time.
I love the idea of the mugs. That's very sweet.
Oh, it's so simple, you know, and the same with Christmas dinnerware. Mm-hmm. You know, get a Christmas pattern. If you can't afford, you know, you don't have to buy the whole set. Just buy some dinner plates or buy some salad plates, and then use, you know, like a plain white dinner plate and put the Christmas salad plate on top. And then you use those every year, and those become your dishes that are, you know, like when you bring them out, it's wow.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
It's back. Uh-huh.
It's back.
That's great.
Back.
Yeah.
Same with ornaments.
Uh-huh. For us, I think too many of us don't eat at the dining room table. You know, there's something about, well, whether it's because the kitchen has become the great room, which is cool, because then it's a real intimate gathering spot for entertaining and, you know, doing your laptop stuff and you're with the cook and it's all happening. But there's still that part in many households, I think, where because we're busy or because we're disconnected, we aren't sharing that dining experience.
Yes, I think many people, you know, have forsaken just eating together, you know, just eating together in the evening because they don't, I have soccer, or I have this, or I have this activity. And so people don't eat at the same time. Families don't eat at the same time. You know, spouses don't eat at the same time. It is absolutely essential. It is the most important thing in a relationship to eat together. And you just look to Europe as an example. Europe, the eating experience is sacred. And it is, if you go back in time, eating and breaking bread together has always been a part of the human experience. It is a time when we connect, when we enjoy food together, we talk, we kind of let everything out from the day. We get support, we get accolades, we enjoy the moment of eating together, and it's absolutely the most important thing you can do for a good, well-lived life.
So wouldn't you say that making a table, or whatever you want to call it, an area where you would dine together, a pretty place, doesn't have to be fancy, but pretty and special, that kind of reinforces that habit?
Yes, exactly. The thing is, you don't have to have fancy dishes. I mean, there's no rules to table setting, and it's very much dress your table as you would dress yourself. If you have a funky, relaxed style, let your dishes be the same way. If you are a more elegant kind of person, use your china every day. You don't have to, you don't have to save the china for special occasions.
And silver too, right?
Right, exactly. And so when you set the table, you're setting the mood, instead of just, throwing things out there on the counter and saying, "Oh, help yourself." No. You set the table. When you sit down, it becomes a ritual. It becomes a tradition, and it becomes something that is extremely nourishing to the body and the soul.
It's almost like serving tea in the Asian culture. You know what I mean? It's all the setting up that is more relaxing almost than the actual meal or drinking of the tea. You know what I mean? It's the ritual.
I am a lover of dishes because I designed them, but I was, even as a child, it was something that my mother, taught me, and I started collecting dishes when I was like 5 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did, and we'd go to all these, funky little antique stores on the Oregon coast, and I would start collecting French china. But it's so true. It is the ritual. It is the ritual of setting the table. You are saying, now is time. This is a sacred time for us to sit down and to concentrate on one another and to enjoy what we're eating. And I read an article once of a mother that said, "Oh, I don't have time to do that for my kids. I take them to soccer, so we just eat in the car." And I was just like horrified. Yeah. I said, no, don't do that.
Yeah, I know. But boy, I think a lot of people can relate to that. It's
I know that.
To Starbucks or to wherever, and you just go.
I know, but you have to stop.
I know. We are trying, Rosanna.